guys, EthDo here, and today I'm back with the new Minecraft 1.7 update. Today we're going to be looking at all the new crafting recipes and generally all the new stuff in the game. We're going to start off with fishing. Fishing has changed a lot as you can now enchant your fishing rod. This includes enchantments such as Luck of the Sea and Lure. Now Lure will increase chance of getting fish, while Luck of the Sea will provide you with random drops more often. Random drops will appear when fishing instead of a fish, and can include name tags and enchanted books. There are lots of other ones, but they're the best ones you can get really. Now, as well as this, there are three new fish added into the game. There are raw salmon, which can actually be cooked, as I'll show you in a second. There are clownfish and the pufferfish. Now, cooking the cooked salmon will increase the amount of food that you get in return for only a little bit of furnace time. Now, keeping with the idea of fish, pufferfish can be used for a new water-breathing potion. Now, when making the water-breathing potion, you have to follow this step-by-step guide, I guess. Now, you could just do one, but if you want to maximize your amount of stuff you have, then you can do 3 at once. So you want to start by making awkward potions. If you don't already know how to do that, that's what I'm doing now with the nether warts. Just going to let that run through and we should have our 3 awkward potions. Yes, we do. Now you want to add your pufferfish to give you the water breathing potion. Just going to let this brew for a second. As you can see, I've got my Halloween skin on. You can see it on my channel, it's my emblem at the moment. Just thought I'd leave it on, seeing as it's pretty close to Halloween. And right, now we have our water breathing. If you want to increase this duration, then you can add the redstone to your potion. These do take a little while sometimes. It's the same time each time, but it does seem to drag on a bit. This will give you, I think it's 8 minutes worth once it's done. Yes, 8 minutes. And if you want to make it into a splash potion for you and your friends, you can add gunpowder. And when this is done, we should have our splash potions at 8 minutes. If you wanted a 3-minute splash, then just leave out the step with the redstone and go straight to the gunpowder. Now we have our potions. They are very effective, as you can literally just stand in the water and you will not lose any of your bubbles. Really, really good they are. Now if we head on up here to some more items that have been added into the game, and we'll look at our first few crafting recipes. Now, coloured glass has been added. This includes the glass blocks and glass planes. They'll be very effective for making churches, as you can use them for stained glass windows. I just quickly get rid of that. Okay, now here's how you make them. You want to get your glass block and you want to surround it by your dye of choice to get your lime stained glass. Or with the planes, or panes, you put the same sort of recipe, but you put in the pane instead. Now, there are actually a lot of new flowers added into the game, and the normal rose has been replaced by the poppy, and there are all these extra flowers to brighten up the look of the game. There are also sort of like bush stuff. You got sunflowers, which will point towards the sun, which being cloudy we cannot see at the moment. There are the high bush things and your general like big plants. Now this is going to be very useful here for making like almost like Everglades stuff. Let's say with this one, they look very good. I think they're a good feature in the game. And there are actually 2 new wood types as we get new trees and new biomes. We'll move on to the new biomes towards the end, but for now we're going to be looking at the new trees. Now as always, you've got your regular crafting recipes. The dark oak wood can make planks, half slabs. As yet there are no stairs for these, but you can still make pressure plates and buttons. And the same applies with the same recipes for your axia wood, whatever that's, however you pronounce that. And of course, if it wasn't already obvious, you can make sticks with them as well. Maps have also had a new update. If you put them in an item frame, they'll cover the entire item frame, providing you with some pretty nice pictures that you can put up in your house, I guess. I think they look a lot better. Now before we move on to our new biomes, we're going to look at the new achievements, because achievements have changed a lot. They said they were adding more, but as of yet I see less of them, which is a bit weird. But I have seen a list of achievements that are going to be added into the game. And actually we could probably get one now if we just get a piece of wood, and we can see how when you get an achievement now, it actually comes up in the game. So we're just going to have to craft our crafting bench, and there it is. I've just earned benchmaker, and anyone else on your server at the time would see that. So that's pretty cool as well. As well as that, in chat, if there was a link put in chat, you can click on it and it'll take you to an online source. As well as this, if you press tab when you're on a server, you can click on people's name to get the, I don't know if it's on tab or chat actually, but if you generally click on someone's name, you can private message them. That's a pretty good feature as well. Now, there are actually 3 new blocks, really, that have been added through new biomes. The biome I'm in at the moment is the Savanna Biome, as you can see with all this savanna-y stuff. Now, there are multiple new biomes. I'm not going to be able to go over all of them at the end of this, but I'm going to show you a quick slideshow at the end of some of the new biomes as we end the video. So here's some of the 3 new blocks that have added because of these. Now, packed ice found in like your icy biomes, they're pretty useless to be fair, but the red sand is found in savannas, and the ones that look like canyons, I'm not sure what the name is for them. But they can be used just as normal sand can to make TNT. They can also be smelted to make glass blocks. Can't remember what this is called. I'll mine it now and see what it is. Oh, it mines as dirt. You need a silk touch for that. If you check on, I might as well do it now. It's a bit of a peculiar name if I remember correctly. Podzol. So if you get your Podzol from the whatever biome they're found in, I'm not sure. But you need silk touch to get them. And once you've got them, they act like mycelium in the fact that you can grow mushrooms on them. But you can also grow trees on them, which make them almost better than mycelium. But they are found in a particularly rare biome, which is why I seem to know very little about the Podzol or whatever it was called. Okay, so that's pretty much everything. Just before I add on to the end biome bit, I'm going to be looking at the changes to this. I don't know what super secret settings is, because whenever I click on it, it crashes my computer. But there has been adjustments to basically everything on here. Music has been changed, master volume. I really like that. Your video settings have changed slightly. You can change your minimap levels, which is really cool. And that's pretty much everything from this update. Anything that has been missed or have just been left out because they add more time than what people would know about, like it's not really worth adding them in, they will be found in a new video that I'll add shortly, which is the 10 things you didn't know about Minecraft 1.7. So be sure to check that out. There'll be a link in the description at the end of the video, and also a on-screen annotation in the outro. That's pretty much everything for today. I'm going to be showing you some pictures of the new biomes as we end the video. If you enjoyed this video or found it anyway helpful, please take a second to hit the like button below, and thanks for watching. Okay, one final thing before we end this video. I just forgot to mention that the nether portals can now be in a variety of sizes, as long as they're not 23 by 23 too big, or that they can't be any smaller than they were before. But if you build a big one in the overworld, it will be small in the nether, and vice versa. Meaning if you build a big one in the nether, gas can come through, so be wary of that. This is all for this video. If you take a second to hit the like button below, and thanks for watching.